Discovery number 9. A drawing and a pack of playing cards. The guard placed Zoot upon Brecken's bed in a sitting position, propping him up against the wall. Then he moved in front of the door, his back turned towards it. "I'll stand guard," said the guard. "Thank you," said Brecken. Brecken carefully put his hand under Zoot's chin and looked into his vacant eyes. "I don't know what's wrong with him," said he. "How can I fix him if I don't know what's wrong with him?" The guard pulled a pitying face. "Maybe he just needs a little time," he said. "I hope you're right," said Brecken. "Though maybe I should get something to jog his senses a little. Ah, I'll go see if there is anything in his room." "You'll stay here and keep watch?" The guard nodded and stepped aside, and Brecken stood up and went through the door. Once in the hallway, a wave of dizziness came over him as he realized the gravity of the situation. He'd openly defied his mother and gone against her will. He'd taken her guard and test subject with him. And now he was left with a broken friend and still no clear way to escape. He took a few breaths to steady himself, then went on. There was no way back now. That much was sure. In Zoot's room he found a little packet of playing cards and a crude drawing of what seemed to be Zoot himself tucked under his pillow, but not much more. He supposed it would have to do. He went back to his own room and found Zoot still staring at nothing. Brecken showed him the playing cards and the drawing, but Zoot appeared not to see it. He put the cards and drawing on the floor with shaking hands. He was getting desperate now, and tears were forming in his eyes. "Come on, Zoot. Please." But to no avail. He sank to the ground and put his head in his hands. The words Zoot had said in his dream echoed through his head, again and again. "You still can't save me." Then what was he supposed to do now? His breath came in ragged gasps as he cried more and more violently. He felt hot and extremely uncomfortable, and as though he needed to get out of here now more than ever. He stood up, opened his window, and stuck his head outside in an effort to try and calm down. Slowly, but surely, his breathing steadied, and he put his head back inside. He turned to the guard, but wasn't sure what to say. "We need a plan." That was a start. But what would their plan be? "Hey, the window's open," came a weak voice from behind him. "Zoot!" He wheeled around and saw Zoot blinking vaguely, the mist slowly clearing from his eyes, and Zoot's working eye now looking at him questioningly. "Why is the guard here?" Brecken smiled, a new wave of tears starting to form, but this time they were tears of relief. "Zoot! I'm so happy you're back!" He rushed over to him and held him tight. "Was I gone?" said Zoot, carefully returning the hug. Brecken held him at arm's length and nodded. "Yes, you were." He enveloped him again. "But you're back now, and that's all that matters." They broke the hug. "Where was I?" He frowned. "Wait. I was someone else, wasn't I?" "Yes. My mother made you and Rizzo switch bodies. Only I don't think that was what she was trying to do. And something seemed to be going wrong on top of it as well." Brecken remembered the way Zoot's mind had seemed to be active in Rizzo's body, while Zoot's body just... "I was dead," said Zoot, realizing. "Then where is Rizzo?" "He didn't wake up when my mom switched you back," said Brecken. Though I should have gone to him, too, and tried to wake him. Or at least bring him up here, too. I should have done so much more. You tried your best, came the guard's voice suddenly. You've put more of a dent in your mother's facade than any of us have been able to do. Thank you, said Breckan, though I must say I do wonder why. And not that I'm not pleased about it, but why are you helping us now? The guard looked down. I've always tried to help, even though I also did terrible things, and you and Mo and especially Zoot here have every right not to forgive me for it. They threatened you, didn't they? Said Zoot softly. Yes, my loyalty or my life, she said. But that didn't make it right when I did it to you. It doesn't, said Zoot, and Breckan saw his eyes were shining with tears as he subconsciously put his palm to his cheek. But it's a start. Breckan swallowed. You said Mo just now, didn't you? But you were hired after she'd gone. So that means you know too. You know she's a mouse. The guard nodded, and Breckan realized he'd made another mistake. He should have taken Mo's cage upstairs with him. I'm not sure management knows she's a mouse, said the guard. I mean, they know they have a mouse, but me and Mo tried to make sure they didn't know that Mo and the mouse are the same. Though she didn't always make it easy. Sounds like her, said Zoot. That might work in our favor somehow, said Breckan, thinking hard about what to do next. Oh, hey, you took her drawing with you, said Zoot, and pointed at the piece of paper on the floor. That's me, he said, and grinned. Breckan smiled at Zoot distractedly, his mind somewhere else. First things first. They needed to all be together. They knew what had happened to Mo and where to find her. That was a good place to start. As for Rizzo, he decided to deal with that later. Do you have the keys to the laboratory? He asked the guard. He nodded. Yes, though it might be risky to go there now. Management might still be out there. Everything we do is risky, said Breckan, though he knew the very real danger his parents, and especially his mother, presented. Do you still have your taser? Asked Zoot. I do, said the guard. Do you want me to fetch Mo's cage? Yes, please, said Breckan. The guard hesitated. Are you sure you two kids can manage without me standing guard? Everything we do is risky, said Zoot. The guard nodded and was off. And all Breckan and Zoot could do was wait.